Okay, so today we are in a desert. We're going to be looking for some petroglyphs. It's one of the only petroglyph sites I've been able to find. There's a lot of pictographs, but as for like pecked-in petroglyphs, I haven't found a ton of information. So we're going to try and find this site. Might try and look for some other sites too, some ruins, but we're pretty much just going to explore. This is a very last-minute trip. Let's go. It's a really nice day today. It's only 10 a.m. and it's pretty warm, but that's why we're getting started early. But as you can see, one of us forgot a hat, so he's rocking my bandana under his glasses. That being said, you want to be prepared when you go out into the desert. It is getting to the end of desert season. Like, I don't think it's going to be very comfortable for much longer to hike in the heat, but today's not too bad. I don't think it's going to be too bad. Tomorrow's going to get hot, so we're just going to do some like driving around, but it's pretty good. The entire time that we were driving out here, I was scanning a lot of the rocks on the road because a lot of them have really heavy varnish on them. A lot of the rocks seem to have potential, so I'd like to explore some more. I know people who have been to this site that we're going to have looked around that area and not found much else. I don't know, I always find it hard to believe that it's a one-off, but sometimes it is. I've had this location marked on my map for a while now, with ambitions of making it out here a lot earlier this winter, but as it goes, I blinked and suddenly it's spring and desert season is coming to an end. We were supposed to be heading to the Sequoias this weekend, but a work issue forced us to cancel that trip and make this last-minute trek out to the desert. And even though I was psyched to go to the Sequoias, I am not complaining. I'm glad we were able to squeeze in another desert trip and mark this spot off of my sort of bucket list.
I got cactus again. Can we get on video? Gotta be careful, man.
So I think we're just about to the right area. Maybe not exactly. We're gonna have to look around, but these rocks look very promising. I'll have to see how long it takes us to find them, but I'm pretty sure we're close. Okay, we found them. There's this cluster right here. There's some other spots where I thought I maybe saw some stuff up high, but I'm not certain. And I might check that out next. But I knew that there was supposed to be this spot with a lot of obvious ones. Yeah, you can see some of those. Yeah, so here's some right here, some more. And then we've got some really faded ones over on this boulder. You can hardly tell what's there. I'm gonna try and get a closer look of some of these. One thing when you're out here looking is you gotta make sure that if you're gonna scramble around to get closer looks, you wanna make sure that you're not stepping on any other ones and putting your hands somewhere. So I try not to put my hands or my feet somewhere that I can't see, just in case. This site reminds me of a spot in Utah where there's a bunch. It's like a big boulder field just like this, but it has a lot more, which is what makes me feel like this place has a lot more, but I could be wrong. We've got, I don't know if that's a snake of some sort. Got some really faded ones right here. Diamond chains and a sun. Some circles, concentric marks. A little bit on this boulder too, but it's faded. Okay, I just spotted some more right up here. You can just see it on the edge of that rock. Let me see if I can get up to it. Don't let my mom see this. It's not that bad, I promise. Oh yeah. Okay, It's just as small as it looked from down there. It does not wrap over this edge like I thought it did. But there's some smaller stuff that you couldn't really see from down there. And I see some even more up there. Okay, so I think like there might be more up there, but I don't like the route because I feel like I might touch some that I can't see. So I'm gonna go down, see if maybe there's a different side up. You should go without saying, if you do visit sites like this, you know, don't touch the rock art. Try not to kick up like a ton of dirt, and just be really respectful. If you find any artifacts, you know, leave them where they are so other people can enjoy these sites. I think it's really cool to visit these sites. I don't know, it just makes me feel very connected, and it's just fascinating. Okay, Marcus is saying he found something. What'd you find?
Big pottery pieces.
Big?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The biggest I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that would be, it's like a perfect spot for a shelter.
Wow, I had to be on all fours getting up here.
Yeah, but you got the backpack on.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but.
Oh wow.
Then yeah, that's where the pottery is.
Definitely looks like someone else collected them and put them there.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a nice shelter.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
I thought maybe this was one.
Yeah, that looks like it could be, for sure. Yeah, when I did the like archaeological recording seminar,
Yeah.
we found a lot of stuff that in the past I totally would have overlooked because it's so like faint, or like this, the brown on the rock, the varnish. It's also called patination. And so really old petroglyphs like eventually start to like repatinate, so they're just like a lighter brown, but they're also not as white as like new ones. So it's really hard to see them.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that I wouldn't have realized with stuff if I hadn't done the little seminar.
I found something. I'm hooked. I'll be in every video.
Good.
I'm not the scrambler. It takes me longer. I know, that was enough for me. And she's a freaking mountain goat. Possibly some fire pits, something. I was saying it looks a little too perfect with all these rocks and like a circle around this little spot, but I don't know. I guess maybe they could tumble down.
That's the thing about sites like this, is that I could just keep looking forever. Like there's just so many rocks, and I feel like I need to check them all. But we also have other places we want to explore today. I could keep going. Like this is a long stretch of boulders. They all could have something. I'm trying to see this other spot that kind of looks promising. What?
A hummingbird just came by and ate a fly that was harassing me. Or something. I don't know what it was.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think. Although, I don't know, this looks like a very modern E. This looks like it might be someone's name. That sucks. But even here, some of this looks like it could be old. It's hard to find the line of thinking everything is something or thinking everything is nothing. I did like a little seminar in Utah where we worked with some BLM archaeologists and they showed us how they catalog sites. The site we were at, some of those petroglyphs are really old and really hard to see. Prior to that seminar, I definitely wouldn't have thought I was looking at petroglyphs. Now when I'm out here, I'm thinking about that and thinking about how some of those petroglyphs worked, and that it's very possible that some of these lighter markings or like fainter markings could be something. All right, we're heading back to the car and then we're gonna see if we can try and find another site of some ruins, but I don't know if it's gonna be possible today. We have to peel ourselves away from this spot because, like I said, I could just spend all day looking, scanning all these rocks. I wanted to stop and show this biocrust. This is a really great example. I don't really see a lot of it out in this area, so it was really cool to find this patch. There she is in all her glory. We're stuck. Okay, we got unstuck. I didn't film much of it because I was a little stressed and focused on getting out.
Oh my god, there's so much peanut butter on it.
Yeah, I got peanut butter on his keys. But we got unstuck. The other place I wanted to visit today is actually a farther hike than I thought it was gonna be. Well, I wasn't sure, I had to double check, but it's farther than we're gonna be able to do today. So now we're back in town, gonna get like a snack, coffee maybe, and then figure out what to do for the rest of the day. That is so annoying. All of our plans keep getting ruined. I'm sorry. Apparently, I guess I'll tell you what it is. There's like a World War II airplane graveyard there, but I was looking into it and some people were saying that there's fences because it's private property, and they said that you can't see too much and that a lot of it got sold and it's mostly just parts now. But I didn't know that the road was completely closed. I thought we would still be able to get close to see it. That sucks. Mm-hmm. We might be able to try the next road over and see if we can get through to it, because I just checked and it said it's on public land, but this road is private, I guess. We'll see if we can bypass it. Okay, so we've had to scrap 2 other things, but Marcus saw something from the side of the road that looks abandoned, so we're just gonna walk to it and check it out. It's pretty far though. No! Yeah.
Shooting range.
Yeah. These walls have just been completely knocked down. Ugh, rebar. I hate rebar. There's glass. They shot the hell out of this. Yeah, people definitely just come out here to shoot. Oh, this is a house? Or what? Definitely probably should not have trusted that wall to walk through.
Bye.
I threw this clip in here where we are driving through what is called the Texas Dip, which is this 1.1 mile depression where the highway crosses the San Felipe Wash. We then headed to our campsite for the night. We just chose a spot for dispersed camping and had the back of the car set up for sleeping in. It was pretty windy out, so we mostly hung out in the car until we wanted to go to sleep. Despite our plans for the second half of the day not panning out, we still felt pretty fulfilled with what we had found. While I love having a day with big hikes and scrambling around, I also love just driving around and exploring what we could, which is also how we started off our second day. We decided to start out our day with a tour of the metal sculptures of Goleta Meadows. I've already visited some of these on a previous trip, but Marcus had not yet seen them, so I wanted to show him around. There are over 130 sculptures scattered around Borrego Valley. Many of them portray Pleistocene animals, but there are modern-day animals and historical figures as well. Some of the sculptures are together as a series and portray a story, like these ones showing this animal getting injured and saved, and some of them are just one-offs. You could honestly probably spend most of your day driving around and looking at all the sculptures, but we only wanted to look at a few before getting our start for the day. Alright, this is day 2 out in the desert. We're going to be exploring Military Wash today and seeing what we can find. I know that there's maybe some interesting stuff buried in the wash, but we're going to check it out. I don't know how far we're going to make it or how far it really goes. Military Wash is aptly named as this wash was used during World War II by General George Patton's troops to train for desert warfare in Africa, even though his official desert training center was located in the Mojave Desert. Either way, we knew there was supposed to be a lot of artifacts scattered in and around the wash, and it didn't take long for us to start finding them. At first, we found the usual suspects: random rusted out cans, random pieces of metal, but not much farther in we started to come across evidence of military use.
A way to attach a bayonet or something.
Yeah. It's got a number on it.
Yeah.
And it's got like a little symbol on it too. Or 40.
Yeah, this is 40. Cool.
I'm glad we're finding at least something, even if it's just small stuff. It's pretty interesting. I can imagine like how much of it is washed away, like miles from here too. There's a bottle over here, but I don't think it's that.
It must be like from something disposable.
Yeah.
Keep finding them.
Yeah, I don't know what these are, but if anyone has any idea what they are, comment down below. Let us know what it is. Because I don't recognize it. I don't know if it's like related to any military stuff or not. I don't know, do you think it would be something like, I don't know, like holding like those big magazines or like somehow like attached to those? So when I got home, I did a reverse image search for this piece since we found so many of them out there, and it turns out that I was right. They are links from a machine gun belt, most likely 50 cal. Please forgive us in the rest of the videos. We continue to show more of them and puzzle over it. There was just so many throughout this wash, and it was the majority of what we found, so we continue to kind of show them and try to figure out what they are. It's a bullet, isn't it?
Definitely looks like one.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been finding a lot of these little pieces. These. And we have no idea what they are. I'm pretty satisfied already, like it's cool. We're finding a lot of them. No idea what they are, but we're already finding more than I was kind of hoping we would. Is this something or a rock? Nope, that's a rock. Oh yeah.
These little remnants.
Heavy though.
Look, there's so many right here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. More up here. Oh, there's a shit ton over here.
I don't know, do you think it would be something like... I don't know, like holding like those big magazines or like somehow like attached to those? Like some older maybe.
Nah, they won't know. It looks like it's just a rock.
For any other rock enthusiasts out there, I don't know for certain what this is, but it's very cool. And I haven't seen many that look like this. Ooh! I got this one. Oh, that's really cool. This would be a really good rock hunting area. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff down here. But I don't know the rules for this particular spot, so obviously I'm not going to take anything. I don't know if you're allowed to take anything. There's definitely a lot of cool stuff. So I'm hoping that this is what I'm looking for and what I came out here to see if we could find. Okay, we're coming up on something here. I don't know for sure what it is, some sort of foundation. Obviously, this was some kind of structure before, but it's impossible to know what exactly it was. I think the destruction of it's very interesting. To me, it doesn't seem like a natural deterioration, so I think there could be a slight chance that it was either bombed or otherwise purposely destroyed, but again, it's nearly impossible to say. It's definitely getting washed out from underneath, so it'll be interesting to see how much longer this sits level or how long it takes to start getting moved during flash flooding.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's get down there. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, so far we've done 1.38 miles. Okay, we've dropped down into the actual wash now. The road splits from it for a bit, and this one's actually more like a wash. But it's pretty cool. We're gonna keep going a little bit farther. It's definitely starting to get toasty though. We have to be back by the end of the day. So we're gonna explore a little bit longer, then maybe turn around. Things are definitely pretty interesting down here. This is what the other slot canyons I was in is kind of like.
Yeah.
Kind of crumbly material.
Yeah, I think it just keeps going. It might even kind of stop it. Whoa, what the f? Oh, it's one of those hornet killer things. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My curiosity really begged for us to continue on as we were really only reaching the beginning of the wash, but unfortunately we had to start making our way back home. I'm certain there are more things to be discovered in this area, things that have been long forgotten and lost to time. I know I'll be returning to explore further, and hopefully we'll uncover even more relics of the past. Alright, we found the road again. I don't know if you can see that. We canvassed like one side of the road coming up, and now we're on the other side heading back, but there's not as much on this side. We still keep seeing like a ton of those little round like metal bits. There is so many of them. I have no idea what they are, but it'll be really interesting if we can figure it out. Might do like a reverse Google image search or post on a Reddit page. I don't even know what Reddit page to post on, but we'll see. But yeah, I think we're about halfway back to the car. Definitely not finding much on this side. It's definitely getting hot out. Seen some lizards. All right, we've made it back to the car and we're gonna be heading home. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, I plan on doing more desert exploration videos, road trips, national park visits, all sorts of stuff, camping. So if you're interested in that, stick around, subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you thought about this video, and have a good day. Bye.